Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1996 ECE paper, and this question is related to electron devices. It has given that a silicon N-channel MOSFET with threshold voltage of 1 volt and oxide thickness of 400 angstroms is used in this question, and the region under the gate is ion implanted for threshold voltage tailoring. That is, to change threshold voltage, we can use the ion implantation technique. By using the ion implantation technique, it is required to change the threshold voltage to -1 volt from +1 volt. So to achieve this one, the type of doping and the type of impurities is used, that you have to find out. What is the doping and type of implant required to achieve that +1 volt to -1 volt threshold voltage change. Okay. And we are dealing with N-channel MOSFET. So this is a simple N-channel MOSFET diagram, and we know that when N-channel MOSFET is fabricated in P-type substrate, okay, and this is P-type substrate, and into that one two N plus regions are going to be diffused. One is acting as source, the other is acting as drain. Above that one there is a silicon dioxide material which acts as dielectric, and above that one there is a gate material. Okay, previously gate is made up of aluminum, nowadays gate is made up of polysilicon. Okay. Now the main operation of current conduction is going to be takes place only during this one, that is nothing but channel region. So this channel region is going to be, if you observe, this is gate material and it is semiconductor. So this is gate and it is semiconductor. Between these two things there is a dielectric material, that is silicon dioxide layer, oxide. So it looks like two parallel plates, in between there is a dielectric medium. So this will act as mass capacitor. Okay, so the voltage applying across the gates, the minimum amount of voltage to be applied at gate such that there is a channel formed between drain and source, so that a drain current flows whenever a voltage VDS applied. That is going to be called as threshold voltage, and we know that one threshold voltage VT is equal to, the equation for the VT is pi ms minus 2 pi f minus QB naught divided by COX minus QSS divided by COX. This is what the threshold voltage equation, general threshold voltage equation. So the meaning is nothing but, already there will be inbuilt sources are there which are going to be giving rise to some voltage. You must overcome that voltage to get a current flow. So that voltage is going to be treated as threshold voltage. Similarly, if you remember PN junction also, okay, for PN junction, even though you know forward bias is nothing but P side is more positive than N side, okay, for a silicon, if you apply 0.2 volts, 0.3 volts, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6 also, okay, even though it is forward bias, no current flows, because inbuilt there is a cut-in voltage. It is also called as threshold or knee voltage, that must be overcome to get a current flow. Similarly, in mass capacitor also there will be some voltage inside, and to overcome that voltage, you must overcome that voltage to get the current flow. So what are the different components which gives rise to the sum of voltage? Okay, these are the four different components. One is pi ms, second is 2 pi f, QB naught by COX, QSS by COX. So by combining these four components, total voltage is going to be resulting. You must overcome that voltage. That voltage we are calling it as threshold voltage. So first of all, we will discuss each and every component. What is the importance of this one? Okay. And So this is what Vt. And now if you observe, gate is made up of polysilicon. Polysilicon is a different material, and this channel region is consisting of semiconductor. Even though the channel is formed, that is formed as N-type. If the channel is not there, it is of P-type substrate. Whether it is N-type or P-type, it will be treated as a semiconductor only. Both are extrinsic semiconductors. So there is a voltage difference. There is a voltage difference between polysilicon and this surface of substrate. So there will be a voltage difference you will get between polysilicon and surface of substrate, that we are going to be calling it as polysilicon. I am saying it as pi m, that is Fermi level of polysilicon, and Fermi level of surface of silicon is pi s. There is a voltage difference pi m minus pi s, the difference in voltage at the first one. So this has to be overcome. So you must apply a voltage such that it should be equal to pi s minus pi m you must apply. So that I am calling it as pi ms. Pi ms is the difference in Fermi potentials between surface of silicon and m means polysilicon, that is gate material. Okay. So pi ms is the difference in Fermi potential between surface of substrate and gate material. So you must apply this voltage to overcome. Okay. Second one is nothing but 2 pi f. What is meant by this 2 pi f? If you observe, this is channel region. Initially channel region is consisting of p-type semiconductor, because it is p-type substrate totally. Only this region and this region, that is source and drain regions of n plus, and all others are going to be of p-type only. So p-type is going to be consisting of a Fermi level. Let us assume that is going to be pi f. Okay. So if you want to make it as n-type semiconductor, first you have to make this p-type to intrinsic, then intrinsic to n-type material. So the Fermi potential of this p-type semiconductor, that is during this channel region, Fermi potential is pi f, and then it has to be changed to by applying reverse. If you apply minus pi f, it will become intrinsic semiconductor, and if you apply one more minus pi f, then it will become n-type semiconductor. If you assume that one, the doping concentration of p and n is going to be same. By that time, the amount of change you have to apply to get a channel region is nothing but minus 2 pi f. Okay. Pi f is nothing but Fermi potential of channel region, and now the channel region initially of p type, so you must overcome that one. First, by applying pi f, that will become, you are applying it in the opposite way, that is minus pi f you are applying, so that it will become intrinsic semiconductor. And to become n-type, again one more minus pi f is required. So minus 2 pi f is nothing but, this is a required voltage to change the surface potential from p-type to n-type. So this is, previous is first one, and second one is nothing but minus 2 pi f. Okay. And we are going with magnitudes, means it can be applied for the equally, it is valid for p-type substrate as well as n-type substrate, that is n-channel MOSFET or p-channel MOSFET. And third one is very, very important, that is very, very important, QB. QB is going to be called as bulk charge. Okay. What is meant by this bulk charge? Means if you are going to apply, already you know that one, two components. As you are applying these two components, okay, you are applying that voltage, that is you are applying gate voltage as positive. Whenever you are applying positive gate voltage, at that time, that can have effect on this channel region. Channel region is consisting of p-type substrate. The general notation of p-type material is a negative ion with a hole. So this is general notation of p-type semiconductor. And this positive voltage can able to repel these holes. So holes comes down. Whenever holes comes down, at that time, previously it was neutral material, neutral, and now it will be turning towards negative ion. So there is a negative ion is going to be present during this portion. So whenever you are applying positive voltage, which is going to be giving rise to a negative, ions are going to be placed in the channel region. So ions are immobile in nature, so they cannot move, so they will stay in the channel region itself. Whenever holes left that ions, at that time ions are going to be negatively charged and ions are immobile, they will stay in the channel region. This ion charge, that we are going to be calling it as bulk charge. Bulk charge is nothing but QB or Q small b also you can use. QB is nothing but, Q is nothing but representing the charge, B is nothing but bulk charge. Bulk charge, you are saying, since p-type substrate is also called as bulk, so charge in the bulk is going to be called as bulk charge. So as you are applying positive voltage, more and more positive voltage, you are going to get initially more and more number of ions. More and more number of negative ions are going to be placed in the channel region. Okay. And if you apply more and more positive voltage at that time, then it can able to attract the electrons from this one. Electrons from the p-type substrate, that is nothing but they are minority carriers, they can able to attract towards channel region, so that a layer of electrons is going to be placed and that will be acting as a n-type channel above this ions. Then a channel is going to be formed. If you apply a drain to source voltage like this, then a current flows. That is what actual operation. So there is a bulk charge is going to be introduced. That bulk charge also has to be overcome. So because of this bulk charge, how much voltage it is resulting is nothing but QB divided by COX, QB or QB naught. Okay, and that too, this is the voltage resulting because of this bulk charge. You must apply in opposite way. You have to apply minus QB by COX at the gate material. And fourth one is nothing but this is it is essential and it cannot be this is going to be it's going to be always present. Okay, it cannot be removed, which is called as undesired positive charge. QSS is going to be called as undesired positive charge present in the interface between oxide and bulk silicon. Okay, QSS is going to be called as surface to silicon. Okay, silicon dioxide to substrate surface, there is a charge, undesired positive charge is going to be existing at the interface between silicon dioxide and surface of substrate, that we are going to be calling it as pi SS, which is undesired positive charge, and that is going to be present in the interface between oxide and bulk silicon, which is mainly due to impurities and imperfections at the interface, and we cannot remove that one, so that we must able to compensate it. So to compensate that one, okay, you must apply a voltage. The voltage which results because of QSS is going to be QSS by COX, and you must compensate by applying equal amount of voltage in opposite way. So if you are going to add these four components, that is going to be the total voltage which is in the mass capacitor, and you must apply opposite amount of voltage to get a channel enhancement. So that is what threshold voltage. Generally threshold voltage can be either increased or decreased. Generally threshold voltage can be increased or decreased by making use of this bulk charge. We can alter this bulk charge. Okay, as you are altering this bulk charge, the voltage related to this bulk charge is going to be changes. So by making this change, you can alter the total threshold voltage. Even you can reduce the voltage, or you can make the opposite polarity also with the help of this bulk charge modification. Okay, how can we change this one? That we will see. Okay, now you see. This is what we have discussed. There is a depletion region consisting of negative ions, and if you apply more than threshold voltage, there will be a channel present. Okay, and so now we are going to discuss about this. So this is what initially the charge is present in the MOSFET, and this is what QB bulk charge. For example, if negative ions are going to be introduced, if negative ions are implanted in channel region, of P type, that is of PMOS, and if it is of NMOS, what happens? That is nothing but N channel MOSFET and P channel MOSFET. PMOS is nothing but, we say that when it is N type substrate. Okay, N substrate, and NMOS is nothing but it will be consisting of P type substrate. Remember that one. So we are going to add negative ions. Negative ions are implanting in the channel region. Whenever negative ions are implanting in the channel region, okay, in case of P channel MOSFET, what happens? In case of N channel MOSFET, how the threshold voltage modifies, that we will see. Okay, as negative ions we are going with, first we will call it as first we will discuss about the NMOS, because this is related to the NMOS, P type substrate. So if you add negative ions, already this depletion region consisting of negative ions, you are going to add some more negative ions, so that the bulk charge is going to be increasing or not. So we can say that one. Now the amount of negative charge, that is amount of negative charge in the depletion region, simply we call it as QB. So that QB is going to be increases. As negative ions are implanted, bulk charge in the channel region is going to be increases, so that the bulk charge giving rise to voltage, that also increases, QB by COX. So you must apply more threshold voltage, you must apply more voltage to compensate this one or to overcome this one. So minus QB by COX is going to be increases, which implies nothing but threshold voltage is going to be increases. So threshold voltage will become more positive whenever you are applying negative ions. So previously if it is plus 1 volt, now it may become 1.2 volts, plus 1.3 volts, plus 1.5 volts. So depending on the amount of negative ions you are implanting in the channel region. So threshold voltage increases whenever negative ions are implanted in channel region of N channel MOSFET. Okay. Similarly, if you are going for the PMOS, in PMOS, the channel region consisting of positive charge, remember that one. Okay, N channel consisting of negative charge in the channel, whereas P channel consisting of positive ions in the channel. So as you are applying negative ions in the channel region, at that time those negative ions with positive charge is going to be neutralized. So effective positive charge. Now the bulk charge is going to be related to positive ions. How many number of positive ions are present? Okay, so effective bulk charge, as you are applying negative ions implanting in the channel region, effective bulk charge. Now bulk charge is made up of positive ions, effective bulk charge is going to be gets reduces. So if it is reduces, at that time voltage related to the bulk charge is also reduces. So you need to apply less negative voltage in case of PMOS. Okay, so we can say that one threshold voltage is going to be reduces. So if it is previously minus 4 volts, now it will become minus 3 volts or minus 3.5 volts, minus 2 volts, like this. So threshold voltage for P channel MOSFET is going to be gets reduces whenever you are adding negative ions in the channel region. Okay, so if you are going in the opposite way, if you apply positive ions, okay, so if you apply positive ions, if positive ions are implanted in, okay, N channel MOSFETs, because we are dealing with question as N channel MOSFET only. N channel MOSFET which will be consisting of P type substrate, that is what the diagram I have given. Okay, in this one, if you add positive charges you are adding is nothing but one positive ion with previously already has negative ion is going to be gets neutralized. Okay, so the effective charge is going to be gets reduces. So because of that one, effective bulk charge gets reduces. So that is nothing but QB gets reduces. So associated voltage with respect to this bulk charge is going to be gets reduced. And if you apply the negative or the positive ions as equal to negative ions present in the depletion region, at that time QB by COX will become 0. And if you apply more than that one, at that time that not only compensate this one, that also compensate the voltages between pi m minus pi s as well as QSS. Okay, so if you apply more and more positive voltage, that is going to be making compensation for the other components of voltage, which results in VT. So okay, so that the threshold voltage is going to be becoming negative effectively. So whenever QB by COX is going to be gets reduced, at that time we can say that one VT is going to be reducing. That is, it becomes less positive. Previously if it is plus 1 volt, it may become plus 0.6 volts. That is nothing but it is becoming less positive. If you apply more and more positive ions, at that time it will become 0.2. It will become 0.1. As you are increasing more and more positive ions, it may become 0 or it may become minus 0.1, minus 0.3, minus 0.5. Like that it may become minus 1 volt also. So how much is the positive ions? That is amount of positive ions you are going to add using ion implantation technique to get a change of the threshold voltage from plus 1 volts to minus 1 volt. That is what we are going to calculate. So at one point it may become minus 1 volt also. So now we will go for the actual question. So this is very important. Shift in the threshold voltage is related to the ion density. So let ion density is going to be delta Q. Okay, and shift in threshold voltage is going to be related to this one. That shift in threshold voltage is nothing but delta VT into COX, that is oxide thickness, where delta VT is equal to plus 1 and minus of minus 1. That is nothing but 2 volts. Change in threshold voltage is nothing but 1 to minus 1, which is nothing but 2 volts change. And COX is equal to epsilon by TOX. Epsilon is nothing but epsilon naught into epsilon R of silicon dioxide divided by TOX. And epsilon naught is given. Okay, the value of epsilon naught is given as 8.854 into 10 power minus 14 farad per centimeter into epsilon r is given as 3.9 divided by 400 angstroms. 400 angstroms is nothing but 1 angstrom is nothing but 10 power minus 8 centimeters. So 400 angstroms is 400 into 10 power minus 8 centimeters. So COX, it will become as COX is equal to 8.63 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, this is 8.63 into 10 power minus 7 farad per centimeter square it will become. And now we can calculate delta Q, that is ion density you can calculate. Ion density delta Q is equal to, okay, delta VT into COX, which is nothing but 2 into 8.63 into 10 power minus 7, which is equal to 17.26. 17.26 into 10 power minus 7. This many number of ions has to be used. Okay, and now this is ion density. Okay, ion density, and now we are going to calculate ion implantation dose required. Okay, that is nothing but density of ion, that is dose of ion implantation. Dose of ion implantation. Dose of ion implantation, that is going to be treated as N. How much you are going to add? So N is equal to delta Q divided by Q. So generally we know that one impurity is going to be measured as N. Impurity is indicated with N. It may be acceptor impurity or donor impurity. If it is N suffix A, acceptor impurity. If it is N suffix D, donor impurity. So N is nothing but related to impurity. So Q is equal to QND. We know that one total charge is nothing but how many number of dopants you are adding, and each dopant has a charge of Q. So Q is equal to capital Q. Total charge is equal to Q into N. Q is nothing but 1 electron charge. So N can be calculated by using delta Q by Q. So delta Q is 17.26 into 10 power minus 7 divided by 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. It is going to be equal to around 1.08 into 10 power minus plus 12. 10 power plus 12 per centimeter square. Per centimeter square. So the dose of ion implantation required is 1.08 into 10 power minus 12. So to get a change, to get a threshold voltage change from VT with plus 1 volt to minus 1 volt, plus 1 volt to minus 1 volt, it requires, okay, 1.08 into 10 power plus 12 positive ions. Positive ions per centimeter square are required. But it has not given in the question whether it is positive ions or negative ions. What it has given is nothing but N type or P type. So how can we say that one positive ions? Okay, so if you observe N type semiconductor, N type semiconductor generally indicated as every semiconductor is neutral. N type is nothing but positive ion with extra electron, and whereas P type semiconductor, P-type semiconductor is going to be consisting of negative ion with hole. Negative ion with hole. So N-type semiconductor, by losing electron, it becomes positive ion. Whereas P-type semiconductor, by gaining electron, it becomes negative ion. Okay. Initially both are neutral only. N-type semiconductor is neutral, P-type semiconductor is neutral. But by losing the electron, N-type becomes positive ion. By gaining the electron, P-type becomes negative ion. Okay. So positive ions is nothing but you are going to add N-type impurity. N-type impurity is nothing but examples: phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. So the answer is going to be 1.08 Answer 1.08 into 10 power 12 n type per centimeter square, and it is n type impurity you are going to add. N type impurity is giving rise to positive ions. That many positive ions are going to be required, 1.8 to 10 power 12. So the threshold voltage is changing from plus 1 volt to minus 1 volt. So the right answer for this question is B. 1.08 into 10 power 12 per centimeter square, and it is n type. Thank you.